So according to some leaks, Modern Warfare 2 might have a map editor of some kind where we can alter various things about the maps in the game. This is a very loose leak and I don't really want to give it too much attention, but I wanted to throw my 3 cents in about what I think that could look like. Before I do that, however, a quick word from our sponsor.
You know, there comes a time in every man and woman's life when they look at the chair they're sitting in, and they have to ask themselves, why? Well, ask yourself no longer. This video is sponsored by eWin Racing, and if you're looking for a high-quality gaming chair or desk that suits your needs, it's going to be linked down below, and if you use code ONEBOOM20, I can save you 20% off your order. The chair I'm currently sitting in supports up to 600 pounds. It's wide, it's comfortable, it has crazy adjustable arms. This chair has honestly saved my lower back and makes editing and long streams at least 14% more fun than it used to, which might not sound like a lot, but, well, that's pretty considerable statistically. So again, check out eWin Racing, link in the description, use code ONEBOOM20 to save 20%. I love my chair, and if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be doing this ad.
Yeah, I was supposed to have 10 advertisements done this month, and there's 10 days left in the month, so you guys are getting an ad every day for the next 9 days. Sorry. So, a map editor. You might be thinking like Halo's Forge, right? Well, I don't think so. Personally, when I hear map editor, I'd love to think that you can just take a flat template and start placing buildings and cover around and change the time of day and everything. But I'd like to think on a little bit more of a simple level. I think a map editor should accomplish some things in the community that's been lacking in the franchise. And the first thing that comes to mind is doors. Doors are a pretty contentious part of Call of Duty. Lord knows I'm too casual to know why. But pro players and pub stompers, which I don't think are human, but either way, they hate doors. They don't like opening them. They don't like closing them. They don't like utilizing them on an objective. They don't like somebody camping behind them. They don't like camping behind them. They're not liked. So I thought, well, if you have a map editor, it'd be kind of cool that in a custom game you could just turn doors off. So every frame that's supposed to have a door suddenly doesn't. Suddenly the pro players that are doing, custom games for their game battles and whatever, they don't have to worry about doors as a mechanic because, well, they're not there. Then what about time of day? What if different maps could have different time of day variants so that when you're playing online multiplayer wise, every time you load into a map it might be different. But for a competitive match, whether set up in a private match or in a league play setting, it could be noon, where the sun is right above and has the highest level of brightness. But then maybe in a casual match of TDM or something, it might be a different time of day or maybe even a different bit of weather. So if you have a map that's sort of really good for competitive but kind of has low visibility, just switch the time of day to noon and suddenly the map looks different and maybe even plays different. And this could just add more visual variety to the game overall if every map has 2 or 3, maybe 4 times a day that can be swapped between. So you might get a version of, let's say, terminals in the game. Terminal day, terminal night, terminal evening, terminal morning, and they just might look a little different. And maybe a couple of those times have weather things attached to them, or maybe weather's a separate thing that can roll in during a game. I know I'm probably getting a little too complicated here, but in my opinion, this is what a Call of Duty map editor would be like. Not moving around pieces of cover and completely shifting the game, but just being able to toggle on different weather effects, change the time of day, turn on and off doors or on and off ladders.
This map has too many ladders and not enough rain.
Maybe just a toggle where you could turn off explosive barrels, turn on ammo crates around the map. This could be amazing for the competitive side, and also it would do something that I have wanted in Call of Duty for a very long time. Actually focus on private matches. There are lots of people out there that love 1v1ing their friends. They love doing free-for-all private matches with their buddies, with weird modifiers and things, and I think that's a core social aspect of shooters that when missing, makes the game feel that much more hollow. If, at least in private matches alone, you could turn on and off doors, change the time of day or weather, you could take explosive barrels out, put ammo crates around the map, maybe even turn on dynamic events like random care packages dropping or something along those lines.
This map has too many barrels and not enough care packages.
Maybe you could add field hazards like a helicopter with a searchlight that comes around and spots people or something like that. And I really am thinking like stage hazards from a game like Super Smash Bros. They might be kind of annoying and not very competitive, but you can just turn them off when you're playing with your buddies. And this would allow for some pretty funky playlists that Infinity Ward could play around with. You could have the alt playlist, where it's the alternate version of every map. It's the rainy version of Terminal, nighttime version of Quarry, a version of, I don't know, whatever the map is without any doors or any ladders or something like that. It might remove power positions from play, it might remove explosive barrels, it might add ammo crates, it might add stage hazards that players have to look out for. Maybe even some dynamic events, sort of like Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Ghosts, could be toggled on or off. That's what I would like to see from a map editor. I think a lot of people are thinking Forge from Halo or the Fortnite creative mode, but I'm thinking more along the lines of just being able to alter the map like a stage in a fighting game. And I'm just thinking about how much this would add to the replayability if they could have the rainy playlist, where it's, 6 selected maps that are just rainy. Feeling like you want to play the rainy playlist? Okay, it's there for this week. And then next week, maybe you have the high noon playlist, and it's all of the matches during the brightest time of day, no doors, no ladders. This might get complicated and messy, but regulating something like this to its own playlist, again, like the rainy day playlist or the high noon playlist, would be great. And then the normal team deathmatch, domination, hard point matches you go into, the normal S&D matches you go into, don't have any modifications. Unless maybe S&D players complain about doors or something, or explosive barrels taking away from skill, or explosive cars being really annoying, and then, okay, now the cars don't explode, and there's no explosive barrels, and there's no doors. Enjoy your S&D game. That could be really cool. It gives the developers flexibility, and it gives people that want to play private matches, whether competitively or casually, a lot more options. So no, I'm not looking for Halo Forge mode or a sort of Call of Duty creative mode. What I would like to see, what I hope to see,
World peace.
a meaningful set of tweaks and changes that developers and players alike can utilize to make the game have more of a variety-filled impact over a longer duration of time. Also making it a game worth returning to because of how much perceived content this would add and how much value this would bring. I can't go any further without becoming more and more redundant, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. But I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What do you think about the idea of Modern Warfare 2 having a map editor, and how would you like them to handle it? Also, there are links in the description that help support my channel. Go ahead and check out eWin Racing and use code 1boom20, or Into the AM with code 1boom10, and maybe you'll find a product you're looking for, whether that's a gaming chair or a t-shirt. Both those websites are gonna have you covered. You can also leave a super thanks, a like, or a share, and hope you guys are okay with the next, 9 videos having ads in them, because really dropped the ball this month. See you when I see you guys. Goodbye.